Okay.
Okay. I'll bring it down.
Heels for life on the track. You know what it is.
Heels for life.
Turn it up. Let it bang. Heels for life on the track. You know what it is. Heels for life. Woo. Turn it up. Let it bang. Heels for life on the track. You know what it is. From the mid-south all the way worldwide. We the force of the heat where the bad guys start. I be enforcer in the cut, keep the story in line. DJ T.O. make it John when he gut, that's fine. Wild card talk slick, gotta take some 10. Like Skin Gate and bring the chaos in. And get hit back good and the roof catch flames. To another hit I drop, you remember the name. Heels for life, we don't play nice. Every hot take feel cold as ice. From the belt to the mic, we define it height. Turn it up, hit subscribe, it's feels for life. Feels for life, with the legends ride. Every pop, every boot, we on this side. From the boots to the bikes, we define it height. Turn it up, hit subscribe, it's feels for life.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing? Give me a second.
Hi. This man got this.
What's going on, Wrestling?
Sorry, sir.
Thank you. What's going on, Wrestling True Believers? It's a great day in Samania. This is the host with the mosties. I'm Mr. Team Bricket, Mr. Disrespectful, Mr. Megatron. You know who the fuck I am. You understand me? Wherever you are viewing us, please subscribe on our YouTube channel and also on TikTok as well, especially if you want to get into the cookout. You understand me? I have some great news for you guys. So remember I was talking about that incentive? If we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube right here where you are seeing us right now, on our next show, we will be doing the giveaway. You want to know that number? We're at 974. So I need y'all to do for me tonight. I need to get to 1,000 by the end of this evening, and I need y'all help. We all need y'all help. If we get to 1,000 subscribers tonight, I'm going to strip in front of it.
Whoa,
I'm just
whoa,
playing.
whoa.
Can you stop being
Think of the
racist towards me?
sponsors.
Can not be racist? Thank you. But seriously, I will be doing jumping Jackson shit. Okay, I will act like I will be screaming like a bitch. I promise you, I will. Okay, but anyway, you know who I am, Mr. Enforcer, Mr. Light Skin, and of course, Mr. Mid-South down there that gets all the tickets before anybody else, and you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. But anyway, we got a nice little lineup for you guys. We have some tea for you guys. We were talking about that on the cookout on TikTok. Follow us on H4L Wrestling Pod on TikTok. If you want to get into the cookout, we do the cookouts daily, mornings, evenings, and at night as well. So yeah, check that out. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get straight into heel news and rumors. We are going to talk about TNA, Dark Side of the Ring TNA, parts 1 and part 2. And then on the second half of the show, Enforcer and Miss South, they have their segments, so that's going to be fun to watch. And I don't have any main topics, but the main topic for this week or whatever is really going to be Kenny Omega and CM Punk, because they are the new world champions in their respective companies. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But thank you guys so much for joining us. And let's get into, if I can find it, heel news and rumors.
We're breaking down the latest buzz from backstage politics, surprise returns, contract drama, and all the dirt the big companies don't want you to know about. Whether it's AEW, WWE, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or any of your favorite indie scene companies. We've got the scoops, we've got the tea, and we might even have a wrestler to even talk about this. With a little bit of fantasy booking to spice things up. Grab your belts, lace up your boots, time to hit the ropes, because it's time for heel news and rumors.
Thank you, Ziggy, wherever you are. Yeah, everybody, it's time for heel news and rumors. Okay, so I will be back. I'm going to continue promoting. The guys are going to talk about TNA Dark Side of the Ring, parts 1 and 2. Enforcer or Light Skin, go ahead, take over.
So where to begin? But the beginning. So as you know how TNA started, it was the idea, the concept of it was there was one company, one monopoly. We needed an alternative in mainstream. We had a lot of indie wrestling going on. Ring of Honor just started. We have wrestling overseas like Japan, but we had no mainstream alternative. And the idea came from Jeff Jarrett. You know, his father was a booker back in the day, and they wanted to start something different from WWE at the time. But everybody know that part of the story. Yep. What we didn't know was how we got to that, how we got the name, how they got the pay-per-view every week, all that stuff. And they had some challenges. I think of course the major challenge was funding. They found it. They was lucky enough to find it, but that also was a problem. I forgot. I don't even know the scandal what it was, but it was always a scandal that stops progress, and they had to stop funding. But the thing that I gotta give Jeff some credit. Also, Scott D'Amore, luck was on their side, because as soon as they lost one funding, they was lucky enough to have someone in someone's ear to get a second funding. But kind of find out that's a gift and a curse. I'm gonna stop right there and let y'all swing on this one. What did you got to add to it?
I mean, if it proves anything in life, it proves exactly how grimy the world of corporate business can truly be. Because I'm not sure what exactly the scandal was, but the dude who was doing the funding and I guess who owned the bank was caught in something, and they had to stop funding completely for pretty much everything that they were doing, which included TNA. So, and then they find funding in Panda Energy, which is a company owned by Dixie Carter's father. They go ahead and they go up into business, and the entire time Dixie Carter is just trying to infiltrate and get control of this company because she believes it's going to make her a lot of money, which, you know, that's pretty much the goal for everybody who goes into business. When they, you know, invest into something, they want to take it and make it the biggest thing that they possibly can, and of course to get rich off of it. But you know, I understand why people have so many gripes about AEW and the way that AEW runs its business, but at the end of the day, AEW is an alternative for the fans, much like TNA. I'm sorry to bring in AEW like this, but I think it goes pretty much hand in hand with what we're dealing with right now. Dixie Carter had always been a fan of wrestling, and she also grew up rich, so she wanted a wrestling company. She ended up getting her wish eventually, and we'll find out in parts 3 and whatever else other parts come after this. But man, if this doesn't show just how grimy the wrestling business is, or not even just the rest, but corporate business as a whole, you know, I don't know what else to think of it. Like, thank goodness I'm a fan and I don't have to worry about this nonsense. But it truly goes to show why some of our favorite promotions like WCW, ECW, or even promotions that we expand upon outside, it really shows exactly what could possibly happen, and, you know, just things that we don't.
It's so much I want to talk about with this. But it's two major points I do want to talk about when I learned from part 1, part 2, or how you want to call this last episode of Dark Side of the Ring, because that was 2 episodes in one. One is Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett, one, I am so happy he shared his side of the story and also his story, period. One, Jeff Jarrett is a very gullible guy. When I say that, I mean that, like, listen, bro, you are one of those people that sees the good in everybody and they take advantage of it, which they did, which a lot of people did. 2, dealing with not a loss that he's not good with. He lost his best friend, Owen Hart. We all know what happened there. We're not going to go with the story there. He had no time to grieve. He went right back to work. His wife came into the first time she had cancer. He was there for her. She got better. He went back to work. He lost her. He did not give himself a chance to grieve. He went back to work. And I don't know if that with all the other stuff that going on, like his estranged relationship with his parents, which also added on to the pressure. I think they're gonna talk about this episode, but also talk about a little bit of the last episode, which opened up his drinking habit. And then add on to the second part I was going to talk about, this relationship that I'm going to speak for myself, I thought that Kurt Angle and Karen were still married at the time, at a point in time. They wasn't. And I'm so happy for Karen because she never talked about it, ever. This is the first time she's talked about it. And I must do this. This is the second time Dark Side of the Ring that y'all making me do this. I am apologizing for myself. I did this with Owen Hart's wife, and now I'm doing this with Karen Jarrett. Because I thought that she cheated on Kurt Angle for Jeff Jarrett and all this stuff. And my apologies. This is why I love that I finally get to hear this shit, because we never heard it. We never heard it. They never talked about it openly. But I'm going to have to apologize for myself, because I was like, this cheated on Kurt Angle for Jeff Jarrett, blah, 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 blah. So I'm glad that they told this story, and I'm glad that it's out in the open. But also, Dixie Carter, bro. First of all, you're a coward. Why you didn't show up? Why you didn't show it? Why you refused to do the interview? You're a coward. You now don't go nowhere else and bitch and say, oh, they talking all this stuff about you. You could defend yourself on this show. You could have said your piece, your truth. But no, we're seeing and hearing from different angles, like Marcus just said about James Mitchell. James Mitchell's saying some stuff. Remember, he was there. Jerry Jarrett, Jim Cornette, Vince Russo.
Eric
I don't
Bischoff.
know how all this, huh?
Eric Bischoff, which we're gonna get to next episode. Eric Bischoff, Hogan. I don't know how all this happened. It was somebody else too. Let's do that was in WWE with the wheelchair. Dutch Mandel. Yeah, Dutch
Mandel. Like all these. They had, TNA had it. They had the future, AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels, all those guys. They had the vision, but something always kept them grounded, which I never understood why. I never understood why until this episode. It's so much stuff that came out in the opening of these episodes that I don't think no one, especially those that watch TNA, did not even know. Miss out, you want to say something, bro? You want to say something, man?
I didn't watch the episode. I'm just letting y'all have it. So I was gonna let y'all finish, and I was gonna give my 2 cents.
It's pretty much like I say with it was mind-boggling. It's my opening that we know some of the story, but we didn't know how deep this younger. Like, just for example, the women's division, the knockout division. These women did not get paid, and they was still working at regular jobs. And the fact that Awesome Kong said that a McDonald's manager get paid more than them. A manager in McDonald's get paid more than the Knockouts champion, but you want to spend all this money for old wrestlers or big name wrestlers like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Booker T, Christian, all these guys. No disrespect to Christian and maybe the Dudleys, because they actually wanted to help the company. But you know what I'm talking about, like people that say, "Okay, I'm going to just work once a month," type wrestlers. You go pay me what I want.
Sure,
and
I was intrigued by that story of somebody who was moonlighting as a waitress while working for TNA.
I think that was Taylor Wilde.
I've heard it was Taylor Wilde. I've also heard that it was Mickie James early in her TNA career before she got signed to WWE in 2006. I want to say 2005, 2006.
I'm gonna say that around that time I can understand that because they were a young company. They were not really paying that much. That's why people were still doing independent shows around that time. Like she was doing TNA and Ring of Honor.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm talking about the time you on Spike TV.
Mm-hmm.
You on Spike TV, and you're still doing waitresses, and to the point that knowing that TNA was taping at the time, they was taping 4 shows, so they had like all their shows already showing. And you waitressing, and someone actually said, "Hey, that's you. What are you doing here?" And so all you can say is, "What you like to order?" You're not going to answer what you like to order. I'm not going to answer this question to you. I don't even know who you are. No, it's wrong. But I can't wait for this next episode because this is for me, especially for me, for when I watched it. This is when I know shit hit the fan. Especially when you brought out Hogan and Bischoff, who got a history of when shit hits the fan, shit hits the fan. You know.
I got a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know how many episodes there's supposed to be of this, but
3.
you mean to tell me they covered 12 years of TNA in one episode? Because if
3.
the next episode
Broke down in 3 episodes.
Yeah, well, see, the first 2 episodes was this past week. So you had the first hour was episode 1, the second hour was episode 2.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there have been 2 episodes then.
Yeah.
All right, I'm good then. I just didn't understand how they can cover 12 whole years in one episode, and then the next thing that's on there is
There's no way you could cover 12 years of TNA history in one episode.
Right.
No, not especially not with each and like every little thing that's happening that we did not know that probably now makes sense.
Yeah, I saw some of the news around it, so I just want to ask this question about Jeff Jarrett. Because, well, I'm gonna say this other thing in a second, but was he speaking from his point of view, or were other people corroborating his point of view on the show? Because, and I'm not defending Dixie Carter, but if I take over a wrestling company, I'm gonna do the same damn thing. I'm gonna try to push whoever in charge out and put who I want in charge, even if it's myself. And I'm not saying she did well, because obviously she didn't do well, but that's business.
From what I see, I think he's talking from his point of view.
Okay.
And then you got everybody else that coming in is pretty much saying what he's saying in their way, you know.
Okay, so he was speaking from his point of view, but everyone else was confirming what
he was saying.
Okay, then I have no issue with it then, because I don't know the entire story, but I know a lot of things, including what I was going to talk about a second ago. I'll talk now. This is just on the wrestling side.
Yeah,
I was a big TNA fan, and I love Jeff Jarrett as world champion. But everybody in all the groups, and this is like the early part of Facebook, the beginning when we started forming these groups in Facebook. Most of the people that I was involved with inside of these Facebook groups hated Jeff Jarrett. The main reason why they hated Jeff Jarrett was because he kept putting himself over as world champion in that company. Did they talk about any of that? Because he was king of the mountain. He was on top of the world as TNA champion.
Yes.
And people were complaining all the time because he was always in the main event, always winning.
Yes.
Did they cover that?
In fact, he brought it up. But he also said this, and this is, I mean, both of us, you know, Light-Skin, you being from Minnesota, so you know about the AWA situation. Miss Out, you know about your situation. As a booker, most of the people that you notice that booker and still wrestling put themselves over. Why? That word trust. Can I trust you? He didn't know he could trust people in TNA, because some of them, like most, like at the especially early days, most of them was there for a good 2 years, possibly, but then they move on. Some to WWE, some to back to the Indies, some to Japan. So he did that, and then the people that they was letting in, he knew like, are you here for us or you here for you? I'm not giving you the title. Like, you know what I mean? So He said he did. He's like I was being shamed all the time. No, it's not the best call. And he, like you just said, we know it was an old co-host here with us that will openly tell us he do not like Jeff Jarrett. Like Jeff Jarrett's a good wrestler, but he was not a main event, all that stuff. And I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that somebody said that. Let's be realistic. Like Jeff Jarrett was a good hand. He's got good work. Can we be honest? Like he's a good hand wrestling and all that stuff. But was he? No,
I can't let you get away with it. I can't let you get away with that.
Okay, was he the favorite?
Jeff Jarrett was way more than a good hand. I saw Jeff Jarrett wrestle in his very first match.
Okay.
Jeff Jarrett is great.
Okay.
Should he have always been in the main event? No way. But as far as wrestling, he was way above average. He was, when you talk about polished wrestlers, again, I'm not talking about booking decisions, any of that. When you talk about polished wrestlers, Jeff Jarrett was 100% polished. He could wrestle with somebody tiny. He can wrestle with somebody humongous. He was the man to me. But he should have won WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
I am not going to question his ability. Like you just said, no one's going to question Jeff Jarrett, really, especially where he started. Okay. Not saying that. When I say a good hand is he was great to help a company in the area. Like when he was in WWF, he was great at the mid card.
Yes.
When he was in WCW, he was the first time he was in WCW. They needed somebody that could bring heat.
Yes.
He brought heat. He came back. He knows that damn dude, that JEWF, that was not working now.
Extremely valuable. Yep.
So he had to change his character. Don't piss you off. It worked. Just like you just said, he came back to WCW. He could have still held up. Well, they said, you know what? He was best friends with Vince Russo, and Vince Russo put the belt on. Was that a good call? That's what you know. You know what I mean? So,
not really, but he had a good story.
Yeah, but my good hand is that when they put you in a spot, he
delivered.
Thank you. So
yeah,
the TNA, he's not that guy. He's the booker now. He's the man in charge. But that's what people was mad about. Like, yo, you're putting yourself way over now. He didn't trust nobody. If you trust somebody, I guarantee you, you would not have that many title reigns. Just like now. Let's speak on it right now. Lights can kind of brought it up a little earlier. AEW right now. Can you imagine? Let's say Cody was still there. Can you imagine Cody would have won that title on the second pay-per-view of AEW? What's the first thing they would have said?
Put himself over. They did it with the Young Bucks. For some reason, they didn't do it with Kenny, but they definitely did it with the Young Bucks. Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Do you feel different now, knowing what you know right here? Do you feel different about Jeff Jarrett booking himself as world champion back then? And I don't know how you felt back then when he was doing it. In light of what you just said, how he didn't trust people and people were leaving and jumping around and all that stuff.
I had a feeling back then that that's what it was. Just looking at old documentaries of the AWA and Vern Guy.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a feeling that's what it was. He just clarified my feeling back then.
Okay.
My thing with Jeff Jarrett as champion, did it help the wrestlers that in TNA?
Yes.
I'm gonna say yes because I know who AJ Styles was. AJ Styles is a main player in wrestling as we wrestling.
Every person that beat him got over.
Got over.
Every one of them.
So did he do his part? Even though it pissed off a lot of people at that time. Go back and look when everybody beat him. The crowd was ecstatic. The crowd was in the ring. The crowd was picking up that person that won the title. It was a party.
Every single time.
So I don't have no problem with it.
Mm. You know what? Let me just oh shit. Oh, my bad. Okay. So let me just tell you just a couple of things. And one of them is Vince Russo. Vince Russo's a fucking idiot. And now I get why people can't stand Vince Russo. I mean, he helped unalive one company and then try to do another with his same antics that he did in WWE, and then he tried to transfer it over to TNA. He basically tried to make it a porno show. I don't know if he's incredibly wet or if he's like always erect, but for somebody that said that he does not, when he said that that he doesn't like AEW because they wrestle so much, I see why he doesn't like it so much, because he wants to see women go around butt naked as fuck. And then when I see a documentary that they did on TNA, it makes sense now. I'm gonna just say this: no one in the wrestling industry has no business hiring Vince Russo or Jim Cornette. As much as Jim Cornette going around talk about how he don't like Vince Russo, they all one and the same. Both of them are bullshitters, and both of them are outdated, right? And the more and more I seen, the more and more I just kept hearing Vince Russo and Jim Cornette. I just got more and more tired of just listening to them, right? And then Dixie Carter, she she is literally the Stephanie McMahon of TNA. She definitely was
in real life.
Can I interject here for a second though? Because I'm gonna be real with you. This is just me going off my memory. Mm-hmm. People loved when Vince Russo came in back then.
Ooh.
They may not remember it. I'm just talking about my circle, the people that I knew, and the wrestling shows that I knew. They wanted Vince Russo to come in, so it was an exciting time when he came in back then. I don't care what they say now. Revisionist history, just like they was excited when he came to WCW. Going back then, people were excited to see him come in. I wasn't. They were.
So wait,
I'm not letting anybody get away with that.
So hold on. The difference between everybody excited for WCW and AEW, WCW
TNA.
No, I'm saying you said WCW and TNA. Excuse me, you're right.
Okay.
WCW and TNA. In WCW, you got bamboozled to think that he was the important part of the Attitude Era, and everybody believed that story. They ain't had internet, they believed that story, right? And they found out that was bullshit. In TNA, you knew the bullshit, but you thought that stuff was gonna get away. Because y'all was doing weekly peer reviews. There's no limits, there's no censors in peer reviews, so you can get away with that part. Which leads to the story out of what Chris just said. This is why everybody don't like Vince Russo, because Jerry did not want that type of shit going on in TNA.
Vince Russo would not have the reputation he has right now if not for what happened in TNA. The WCW stuff they would have forgave, but it wasn't until after what happened in TNA where he got the bad. I mean, they went buck crazy on him.
Well,
I disagree with that. I think it happened in WCW. This is the reason why they didn't like Vince Russo, because Vince Russo was just doing like off the wall shit. I mean, should we bring up Bash at the Beach? 2000?
Right. What I'm saying though is, had he succeeded in TNA, we wouldn't even be talking about that stuff in WCW. You would have just talked maybe about the single things that you can point out, but in totality, you wouldn't even care. You'd call Vince Russo a genius. It's like we called Eric Bischoff a genius when he came to TNA. We'll talk about that next week.
I don't think
Gary, no.
I will say
still no.
Vince Russo was heavily inspired by 90s trash TV, and he's even said this before. You know, the whole reason for the Attitude Era wasn't just the influence of ECW. It was the influence of daytime talk shows, Jerry Springer, the, Too Hot for TV. Like, he wanted to bring that into WWE. And his mindset has not gone away from that. He feels like trash TV from the 90s is what sells. Sex sells. We are in 2026, and you know what? I'm 41 years old. I'm still a dude at heart, straight, black, male, whatever. Sometimes all I want to watch is wrestling, and I'm tired of seeing titties. I want to relax.
You're tired of seeing titties.
Some people
never get
number
tired.
one, I'm an ass man. I'm never tired of seeing ass, but titties, they're overrated.
The views and opinions of light
Titties
not necessarily.
overrated.
They are exactly the opinions of everybody here, especially those in the comments right now. Go ahead and show me some peach emojis now.
Legs.
This is an interesting debate right here. Titties or ass while we talk about TNA. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know which one we're talking about. I don't know if it's titties and ass in real life or titties and ass in TNA. I don't know. But, okay,
Of course,
We
Willis
apologize,
Logan.
sponsors.
yeah.
be the sponsors are this.
Yeah, I have nothing to say. Yeah.
So, like you said with Vince Russo, we know what Vince Russo. He said it already. There's too much wrestling going on in other programs, so he still wants that. There you go. You got a peach in the comments. But
You got a peach.
we got a peach.
Yeah.
And we got love boobs. So, all right, we got new
Little
boobs.
boobs. Yeah.
But the situation is, this is why Jeff Jarrett hired him. Like, if you like the word alternative, you wanted to be different from what WWE's doing. WWE stopped doing all that attitude, everything. That was the ruthless aggression era, right? There's no more mud wrestlings, whatever else they was doing, brawl and pain match, no more of that. Okay, we're gonna do it in TNA. Vince, how we gonna do that? That's what Vince did. I think I saw the comment somewhere else. He had a faction called Sex Sports Entertainment Extreme. I mean, he had chicks dancing in the cages by the entrance. You know what I mean? Like honestly, this is that it's official, right? We already knew, but it's official. That was Vince Russo idea. The wrestling part of the idea was Jerry Jarrett and Jeff Jarrett.
I just feel, I feel that Vince Russo should just go into porn and just be done with it. I don't think he is a wrestling fan. I don't think so. His track record is so sketchy. It's sketchy. Like, everything does not need to, especially in professional wrestling, right? I get that sex sells, but with him, it's always porn based. It's weird. I don't want to mix my porn and my wrestling all in the same sentence. And for some reason, white motherfuckers like that, Italian motherfuckers like that, just do not know the difference. And I think that's why he has trouble getting hired. And I think this is the reason why he stays on the unemployment line, because he's poisonous. He just don't know when is the most appropriate time to do things. And it's just, yeah.
To be clear, I don't like Vince Russo. But to defend Vince Russo in this case, let's think about when he was in the Attitude Era. He had his shield, Vince McMahon. He had the person. Vince Russo would come up with the dumb ideas. Vince McMahon would sift through them and decide which ones made TV. There was a lot of very questionable things that made TV back in WWF that we actually liked back then. The problem is when Russo became head of creative, number one man in charge, he didn't have that filter above him to say, no, that's too stupid.
Right.
Or this is so stupid that it can work. Because you know, that's both sides of the coin right there. It can be so stupid that it works. I mean, it happens all the time. Fandango. So that's always my go-to. But I just, Russo should not have been in charge. But like you said, and exactly what I was gonna say, sex sells. So he was just throwing everything at the dartboard.
Okay, so maybe I wasn't.
That most of the things that hit the dartboard fell off.
Wait,
so maybe I wasn't clear. Let me follow up on that. So maybe I wasn't clear. I could have swore I was talking about TNA, not WWE.
I think I was too.
I don't think you were. You went back to the Attitude Era. I was talking about TNA. So Vince, unless I wasn't there, and I do have a T-shirt that says
You
"Before
didn't
my
hear the
time." Excuse me, I'm just trying to promote. So Before My Time is located on Pro Wrestling Tees /Heels for Life, right? So I could have swore I was talking about TNA, and this man decided to go back to 1999, right? So the same shit that worked in WWE was not going to fly over to TNA, unless I have that wrong. I mean, I don't know.
I'm sorry that you didn't catch the second part of my soliloquy that I just went over.
Oh,
but when I made the point of him throwing things at the dartboard and they falling off, that entire segment of that segment was TNA. In TNA, when he was head of creative, like I said, with no filter above him, that's when he was throwing things at the dartboard and they were failing. They were all falling off.
Right. So that's why I followed up. I'm like, okay, so why are you bringing that same philosophy over to TNA and thinking that like this is going to work? Like it worked in WWE because like Vince McMahon, he allowed that shit. He wanted to be more edgy, be sexual. Like I get it. But the thing about it is that I think in 2026, and this is like what 25, 30 years ago, and Vince Russo still have that philosophy. So it's just I just just to sum this up, the motherfucker is weird as shit, and I land my plane.
So now watch this. Now watch this. We talk about someone that's trying to get trendy and getting talk edges where everybody will talk about sex sales, all that stuff. Then you hired Jim Cornette, who's old school, and that works probably in the wrestling part of your company, but then Jim Cornette don't want to push certain people because they disagree with him.
Oh, yes, he does.
That's crazy.
Yes, he does. He mentioned that because he said that he wanted to do a domestic terror.
Yeah, he turned that man's life. So we're not gonna see him. We're not gonna see them at the cookout no time soon. But but Jim Cornette comes in, and if you disagree with him one time, you might as well say your push is over.
Yeah,
like, how you have both of these people working at the same company that don't like each other. They don't like each other. But you try to have them working. Well, okay, we're gonna put you with Jerry, since y'all want to be the wrestling guy. And this is where I need people to start talking area with Vince Russo. That was in the pay-per-view era. But once y'all got a TV deal, all that shit's off the table now. Because now you guys, as they do now, worry about sponsors. You can't do all that stuff on national TV. You can't have a little midget whacking off in a trash can. You can't have a hillbilly talking about if it smells like shit and looks like shit, it's probably shit. You can't say that. You can't say it no more. You know what I mean? So they had to change their formula. One had to go. The bad thing is the person that left was the person that helped you build the company, which is his father. And
his father wasn't having that shit.
His father wasn't having it, but he was smart how he got out the contract. A wrestler that they're supposed to have in TNA, he took himself to WWE and said, "Hey, take this picture, post it on your website. make sure they see me." He breached contract. He was smart. He got out that contract like that. That's right there should tell y'all it's a red flag. If Jerry Jarrett won y'all a contract with the Carters, something's up. Something's up.
Old school.
Old school at its finest.
Was there anything else that y'all want to cover?
No, I'm gonna watch the next episode though. I want to see what kind of BS Bischoff and hopefully they got Hogan to interview on this thing before he died. I'm sure they filmed it a year or two ago.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give y'all some tea. This happened yesterday, I believe, or 2 days ago. Let's put this somewhere.
It's okay, baby. It's okay. Come here. I told you never meet your heroes.
That's a hard part. Yeah, I know. I knew you would like that.
Aw, feel bad for Matthew. I'm like so heartbroken for you.
Like CM Punk, bro. Fuck me.
He is a punk.
Like that like
Like I understand, like give him like their space and stuff, but we're in the same hotel, and he saw Matthew and Anthony like see him, and then he just like
see him, and he like Mad Dog doesn't walk.
don't ever meet your heroes, because that could happen. And Matthew, I mean Anthony's heartbroken. What do you feel? How do you feel about CM Punk?
Good still, because we can just like knock on every door and then we can say, no. Look in my eyes.
I will whoop your little ass.
So
What?
I'll whoop your little ass.
So y'all like okay. So apparently CM Punk, the fans that you've seen and the little boy. So the little boy wanted to meet CM Punk because CM Punk and the fans were at the same hotel. So I guess the fans thought that because they're at the same hotel that the rules don't apply. Like we can still invade your privacy, right? CM Punk has made this very known on social media. Matter of fact, he posted this, I believe, maybe the day before yesterday. Do not invade my privacy. And for some reason, fans are not getting it. So the end result was CM Punk hurt a little boy's or little fan's heart, because I guess he just like, don't touch me. I don't want to talk to you. CM Punk is not a people's person. Just because you see him on the TV does not mean that he is going to be nice to you in person. So the next time y'all do that shit, you might get knocked the fuck out. But then again, he won't last in the fight for almost 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So with that being said,
I mean, he'll last longer than Conor McGregor, but you know.
Oh, shut up. Oh, don't do that. But yeah, what's your thoughts on that though?
Let me just say this real quick. Little child, little white boy, listen here. Take it from black kids that, you know, get over it. Get over it. Grow up and get over it. That's not, oh, don't ever meet your heroes. First of all, like he's a human. CM Punk is human. Just like you, just like us. They work. Anybody that comes home from work don't want to be bothered. He goes to his hotel, he want to relax. You see him, just say, wave, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool. You might get lucky. You might say, hey, kid, take a picture. But like Christian said, he's not a people's person. I don't know. There's not a lot of wrestlers, especially in WWE or maybe some in AEW, that's not people person. They want to relax, especially if you're working 200 to 300 days a year. He don't owe you shit. He don't owe you shit. Nobody owe you shit. Just because you pay a ticket or y'all in the same hotel, I mean, we're in the same hotel. We're in the same airspace. You owe me your time. Fuck out of here. Mm-hmm. No, I don't feel bad for that kid. Go play with a toy or something, man. Just chill out. And your mama, that's your mama. See why she a single mom.
Oh, don't do that. That's mean. Okay. All right, let's yes.
I'll go last then. Go ahead.
So, number one, there is a way to try and talk to your favorite celebrity or your favorite wrestler. Like Chris said, CM Punk has made it known that he does not like interacting with them. I am the type of person where I hear something like that, I will respect your privacy. And number one, I'm not really too, thrilled to even go out and see CM Punk in public. If I see him, okay, cool, whatever. But I'm not going to run up to him and say hi or whatever. I've met plenty of wrestling fans working the job that I work at, or I've met plenty of professional wrestlers too as well. And I've had the opportunities to speak to them as well, But at the end of the day, CM Punk is still the type of dude that I would not approach, because I know he's the type of person I will get exactly that same reaction that kid felt. Now, as far as that kid being so enthralled that he got to meet somebody he actually liked and still keep his spirits up, okay, good for you. But remember, he's a kid. By the time he gets over, he's probably going to think about it and get like, you know what? CM Punk is a dick. And that's pretty much the entire feel I got from that video, where he was like, okay, you're really going to turn down a kid? Really? Like, you know, I'm sure with him being as young as he is and him being as happy that he got to meet one of his favorites. But at the end of the day, when he gets older and starts to understand what this interaction is going to do, it's probably going to mess him up for life. So
I can't wait till he start working, retired, and
okay. So I feel like this is kind of turning into a debate show, but I have a qualifying question because I still didn't see enough in that clip. When the kid, I'm going to assume that the kid tried to go up to CM Punk and ask for an autograph or something, right?
Right. So no, it was not the kid. It was the teenager.
Okay. Did he touch CM Punk?
We don't know. That's why this one is a little bit inconclusive, because we don't have any footage of the interaction. We only just have that.
Let me say this, because I said this before. Michael Jackson was always surrounded by crazy fans. Not some of them tried to touch him. Not everybody. The Beatles, same thing. Elvis Presley, same thing. Taylor Swift, Beyonce. It happens to who? Celebrities, especially superstars, which is what they are supposed to be. Number one, did he have security? We don't know. That's not my point. Number two, could he have covered himself up so people wouldn't know it was him? We don't know. Not the point. My overall point is, just like CM Punk has a right to refuse someone autograph, to give them an autograph or say hello or whatever, that kid also has a right to go up to him as long as he doesn't actually invade his space. Doesn't matter how old the kid is, 3, 7, 10, 15. You got a right to walk in CM Punk's space as long as you don't get in his space, because this is a free country. You can walk anywhere you want to and say something to him if you want to. Now, you get in his space, he got a right to slap you for getting in his way if you get in his way. But to always side on the side of the wrestler just because they were uncomfortable about being a celebrity, I will never agree with, because like I said, it happens to every A-list celebrity anyway on the planet. That's why TMZ is always in their face. I don't see them slapping TMZ. I don't see them yelling at TMZ all the time. So for me personally, when it comes to this, women don't matter. If you're not getting in their space and actually bothering them, you're a celebrity. I got a right to walk and ask you for an autograph too. I do not have the right to invade your space, and I don't have the right to touch you. But me asking for an autograph, I got a right to do that.
So I don't think that if it was that simple, then cool. But I don't think it was that simple.
We don't know.
Again,
how could you know?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But I don't think it was that simple. Because if it was that simple, they would not have made a big deal. It would not be a big deal.
Time out. I got to argue with Willis. Yeah, put that up there. I'm going to read verbatim what he says. Punk told everyone to leave him alone. Once he says that online, underline online, circle online. Because when you say online, you are literally talking about less than 2% of the wrestling audience. Because that little 7-year-old, 5-year-old kid does not have a Twitter account, does not have an Instagram account, does not know that CM Punk don't want to be bothered on the internet, online.
I disagree, because like, number one, his parents have
an online
account. So yes, I can. Don't tell me I can't disagree. Yes, I can. Because like, number one, you first of all, you just putting out you excusing the ignorance.
You're wrong.
Right? No, you're wrong. Okay, because if you want to go ahead, and you want to do that, his mother don't have no motherfucking common sense, and that's what's wrong with these punk.
So you think his mother? So you think his mother knew that CM Punk was gonna do that when she allowed her kids to go over there?
So
a good mother would not allow them to do that if she knew that.
So if she, because I'm assuming she follows CM Punk, right?
You can't assume that 2%. 2% of the audience.
Okay, but she does
Less
have
than
we can say that she knows what social media is, right?
100%.
Because you can tell that she has some type of information about CM Punk. She knows that CM Punk is not a people's person. So for
How
her
would she know
to
that?
sit up here and talk about you should meet your heroes.
How would she know that? My wife knows I love wrestling.
We're not talking about
Does
your
not
wife.
know
We're talking
nothing.
about somebody. We are not talking about your wife. We talk about the bitch that was on the fucking camera. We talk about her. The thing about it is that people do not want to respect people's space.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
What you mean don't do that?
So you just called a woman out of her name for being a mother.
I'm just saying, because motherfuckers do not act like they have fucking respect for people.
I will never
agree
with y'all on
Punk
this.
is the way he is. I don't like Punk either. I don't like Punk. But the simple fact is, we keep seeing this over and over and over again. And when somebody get knocked the fuck out, and then when somebody get knocked the fuck out, then they're gonna be crying.
Nothing happened. We talking about kids.
Once again,
nothing happened.
Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna revisit this shit when somebody get knocked the fuck out. Since
it happens to wrestlers. It happens to movie stars. It happens to music actors and stars.
When somebody get knocked the fuck out,
it happens to bands.
Wait, because it already happened.
Y'all always over exaggerate this. You think because you think the 1% of people that do stupid things
happened to Rhea Ripley? Did you not?
And that's my point. That's my point right there.
How is that your point? That's
because I talked about it back then. I talked about it back then. Not a single person touched her.
Dude,
but
oh my
hold on.
God. This is
hold on.
You
but
did not
just
see
like
that
just like I said, when you invade somebody's space, let's say it was 1,000 people out there. You talking about one person. In this example, we talking about one kid that has the right to ask him for an autograph. He has a right to refuse them, but you cannot say the mother was wrong because she let her son go say hello to him because she followed him on Instagram, which she probably don't follow him on Instagram. That's why I made the point about my wife. That's why I made the point about my wife, because my wife don't give a shit about wrestling. Don't care at all. She would not know right now not to let my 9-year-old go say hello to CM Punk if they saw her.
But you do.
If they saw him.
But you do.
Yep, but I'm at work.
You have a podcast.
I'm at work though.
So you're making excuses.
I'm at work.
Okay. So once
my wife took my 9-year-old to see WWE and then saw CM Punk in the parking lot because I was at work. That didn't really happen. I'm just saying.
So once again, so what's gonna happen is that
you wrong,
I don't even know why. I don't even know why social media even exists because y'all gonna ignore them anyway. So y'all gonna
less than 2% of the people that watch pro wrestling follow the WWE like that. Okay. Y'all always talking about the vocal minority as if it's the majority. All those people don't follow CM Punk. Look at how many followers he has. They sell 30. They got 30 million. Bro. They got 30 million customers on the planet. They got CM Punk probably have less than 1 million people, less than 2 million people that follow him on social media. So you can't outright say they know that he ain't supposed to, that he don't like kids.
So I can sit up here. He doesn't like people, period. It's not just kids. He doesn't like people. And we have said this on more than one occasion. Once again, people are ignorant as fuck. And when I say when I say I'm good, not right now, and then they turn around and do a video online and say, well, he refused me because I don't want to be bothered right now. So don't touch me. Don't interact with me. I'm trying to go up to my room. Let's see what happens tomorrow.
2.1 million followers on Instagram, CM Punk. 2.1. So that kid's mother has to be one of them 2.1 million out of the 320 million people in the U.S.
Whatever statistic you want to come up with.
Listen,
I'm just saying. Everybody don't know he hate people. When they saw him, his mother wouldn't have let him do that.
Let's land this plane.
Everybody don't live on the internet.
Let's land this plane.
Majority of the people do. I mean, the internet. I mean, people are on the internet like every fucking day. What do you mean? That's just being.
I didn't say people don't use the internet. I said don't live on the internet.
You got it. Mm-mm.
I'm
not going back and forth with this bullshit because they make it seem like, oh, no one uses the fucking internet. Everybody's oblivious to what. I mean, that is common knowledge.
I'm glad we arguing. It's good for business.
I know that you're,
but I'm not saying everybody
it.
Don't use the internet. I said everybody don't live on the internet.
Well, I'm just telling
That's
you.
Why she don't know.
I'm telling you that people do use the internet, but you make it seem like people live in huts. But you know, whatever. So let's move on. Okay.
Comment section, y'all have fun.
I always have fun with Miss Off. Anyway, speaking of fun.
This is your fault, Phil. This is your fault, Phil.
Yeah.
I hate defending that.
Okay. Why did you defend him then? Shit. The fuck? No one told you to defend him.
I played both sides. I played both sides in that argument.
Whatever. Okay. So who wants to start their shit first? Or we can pick up the social media heating, whatever. We can do that when they're done, and then we'll pick this back up because we got some more shit we need to talk about. Who wanted to start?
Let me, because I go get
okay.
This stuff. Right. Calm down a little. Woo, jeez.
No, I'm good. Let's do this because you need to get you a Titantron, sir. Like dead ass. Yeah. Get work on that next week. Yes, okay. So anyway, everybody, let me just the enforcer with the muscles, thinking that he gonna be bodybuilding and shit. This is his segment. I don't know what he gonna be talking about, but I'm here. I'm here for it. Let me just
okay.
I had it somewhere. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Okay. This is the Enforcer heel segment.
Ooh,
go for it.
I like the title. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, all of us, this is a podcast. But what I am about to say is very common knowledge. I only go speak for me. I am not a journalist. And I wish a lot of y'all that does podcasting or content creating know the difference between what you're doing and journalism. Unless you got a source, unless you are in the business and you make your own news information that you heard within these companies, you are not a journalist. If you're not doing that, so if you're taking information from, I don't know, Jim, Vince, Dave, Brian, wherever else sat, and then make it sound like it was you, that don't mean you're a journalist. That just means that you have an opinion on someone else's hard work. The reason I'm talking about this, because this is why I don't do this, went back and forth with someone on Instagram that said this and that about a situation with Jey Uso and his soon-to-be ex-wife. And he's talking like he talked to her. Oh, well, he's about to lose half of his stuff and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, usually that's what happens in divorces, but how you know that they didn't sign a prenuptial? How you know? I'm sounding like Andrade right now. How you know? Oh, that's because this is what was reported. But you're saying it like you're reporting it. Common knowledge. I'm going to make it straight up like this. I'm not a journalist. I give you my opinions of what we report, and that's it. So don't come on here on the comment section or in the comments later on YouTube and come at us and saying y'all know what y'all talking about. No, we just give our opinions. That's it. Now you want to debate? You see that guy right there? He saw his timeless bald demon. He'll roast you. You see that guy right there in the light skin? He'll roast you with kindness too. He'll roast you with kindness. And Miss Off, well, it depends on what day it is. But know the difference of what you are. If you are a journalist, you got that source, I'm not talking to you. But if you are a content creator, a podcaster, you think because you freaking copy someone else's work and then you're going to come out and probably twist a little and make it yours, you're not a journalist. You're a freaking damn content creator with an opinion. Stay in your lane. All right? We're trying because we did some journalists and stuff. We're not there yet. but we're working on it. But y'all, it's a difference. It's a different beast out here. Because once you become that journalist, and y'all had the opportunity, and you go to these damn media scrum shits, and they give you the opportunity to be a journalist, and you fumble in front of millions of people, that's what you're going to remember as. And y'all know who I'm talking about. A couple of y'all fumbled on those media scrums because y'all thought y'all was journalists. Stay in your lane. And I'm done.
Okay. All right, cool. So let's give a round of applause for Mr. Enforcement.
My Titantron.
Miss off, before you start, it's just give me a second. Hold on a second. Let's move this. Okay. All right, sir. Oh, excuse me. So everybody, the next one is Mr. Miss-Off himself. Let me just pull these and go ahead.
Dropping that heat, true bomb plan when I speak on the beat. Old school soul, but I keep it advanced. Every mic catch fire, it's a mid-side rant. No cap, no spin, no hand to kiss. I call it how I see it, you can't handle this. Legends respected, the rookies all plans. The real talk range in the random rant. Say less, Mid South to set it back. Say less, Mid South to set it back. Say less, Mid South to set it back. Random rant.
I can't top that.
Such good work by me. That's such good work by me.
Help me, brother. Help me.
As you can see, I've changed my headline. Despite that first segment, I am a babyface. I just want y'all to know that I'm a babyface. No matter what you heard before this point, I'm a babyface. Now, so I had an entire segment prepared to address something that AJ Styles said a month ago. I really wanted to rip him apart. I'm going to talk about that for just a few seconds, and then I'm going to move on to the most recent thing that AJ Styles said, because I think it's fresher in our minds, and I think probably everyone on here is probably going to rip him a new one. So what he said last month was wins and losses does not matter. It really burned me up when he said that, because first thing I thought, okay, was he quoted out of context? Like, did he actually mean wins and losses don't mean to the wrestler? Because to the fans, wins and losses matter. Take, for instance, I don't know, Barry Horowitz. He lost forever, right? And when he finally won, everybody was excited. Why? Because all those losses we didn't care about at the time, because he was a jobber. What was in wrestling terms back then was called a jobber. So that was somebody you didn't care about. So the person that was going against him, the win mattered. Not him. He was supposed to lose. But then when they finally let him win a match, it meant something even more, because we were used to seeing, we just knew he was going to lose, right? Because the wins and the losses mattered that entire time. If you're a loser, you know what I'm saying? If you're a loser, I don't want to see you. Wrestling's a sport, right? Isn't that what they say? Wrestling is a sport. Do we watch the Wizards versus the Nets? No, we don't, because we don't want to see losers. We want to see winners. At least we want to be entertained. And wins and losses don't matter. Then why does your current company build stories around people winning and losing? Did the loss, did Samoa Joe's loss mean anything when he lost in TNA for the first time? Of course it did, because we always harken back to it, because it burns all of us up what happened back then. Samoa Joe should not have lost his first match to Kurt Angle. Everybody says that. It's the truth. I'm going to let that go and just move on to the other thing, because, that really burned me up. Talking about wins and losses matter, should matter, matters to the wrestlers, matters to everybody. But what he just recently said about saying that he hoped WWE would go off and buy everybody assumed he was talking about New Japan because he mentioned Tokyo Dome. I know other companies wrestling in Tokyo Dome from time to time, but we all know he's talking about New Japan Pro Wrestling, which is a slap in the face to Tanahashi. But dude, and someone else brought it up. Dedrin brought it up in a group chat we have. Does foreign companies ever talk about buying American companies? It's only American companies that do things like this. Like, why would anybody on the planet want WWE to go and buy New Japan or any other Japanese pro wrestling company and undermine what they're doing over there? Like, people been talking about it all day. They literally just sold out the Tokyo Dome the last time they were there. And he's talking about he wish WWE would buy one of the companies, New Japan, obviously, so they can sell out the Tokyo Dome again, and they just sold out the damn thing. It just burns me up because you never hear about CMLL trying to buy GCW, or, when New Japan actually did come to America, they didn't try to buy another company. They just started their own version of New Japan in America, right? It really burns me up because, AJ Styles, I love him. He's one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, but since he stopped wrestling, at least the last two big statements that he's made that hit headlines are two of the stupidest things I've ever heard him say in his entire life. And it just proves the fact that you'll probably never see him wrestle for another company, because it appears that his 10 years in WWE has really brainwashed him into becoming a WWE only supporter, because he could have literally just said, boy, I wish people would support the company that I used to work for as much as they did when I was working for them. You didn't have to come out and say you hope the WWE juggernaut goes over there, buys New Japan, cuts people pay to 50% of what they're making, or get rid of that wrestler so they can bring American wrestlers over and show you how it's done, which is how he comes across saying that stuff like the way he did. I hate it. And I am less of a fan of AJ Styles simply from the last two statements that he's made. What you got?
You done? You good? Huh?
Yeah.
Well,
He's good.
You good? You done?
I'm done. What you got? What you got?
All right. Okay. Well. First of all, thank you so much, Miss. All right. So, segment here, comment section. If you guys have any questions for Miss or yes, I have some feedback.
Your mic is messing up.
Your service is nervous. Light skin or enforcer, one of you guys want to follow up with what I was talking about AJ Styles with his most recent comments?
You said my mic is messed up?
Yeah,
you're clear. You're clear now.
Okay. The only thing I'm gonna say is for AJ Styles is yeah, you're right. He's becoming a corporate puppet, and it's really pissing me off. And it's like damn near disrespectful. You wrestle in New Japan, and you're considered a legend in New Japan, and for you to sit up here and say they would be better off under the WWE umbrella is absolutely diabolical. Like I said this on the cookout before, I don't care for AJ Styles. I don't know what's up with them Southern people down there in Georgia or whatever. I'm sorry. I said Georgia. I didn't say Louisiana.
Texas.
I didn't say that.
From Louisiana, now in Texas, but yes.
Shut up. Okay. All right. You know what the fuck I'm about to say. I'm just saying them Southern states mentality, it's a little bit off for me. Because I think what you should do is just stay in your fucking lane, which is WWE. Don't come anywhere near Japan. Don't come anywhere near CMLL. Don't do that. We're good over here in New Japan. We're good on our spots over here. But for some reason, he decides to just open up his mouth because he's dick riding WWE. He figured that this would be good to put this on wax. So for me, fuck you, AJ Styles. Stay in your fucking lane. WWE do not need your fucking influence or you. I'm done.
Pro wrestling don't need your own.
So
exactly.
So I feel like we have constantly said that wrestling is better off with choices. There should be choices. Not every wrestling promotion has to wrestle the exact same style or has to be under the WWE umbrella in order to be successful. We are seeing that with other wrestling promotions that we talk about here on this platform. Whether it's AEW, whether it's New Japan, whether it's GCW, whether it's Ring of Honor, whether it's Stardom, whether it's Marty Gold, whether it's Tokyo Joshi Pro, Rev Pro, whatever. We have always preached that it's better to have pro wrestling choices. Now, as far as Mr. Jones is concerned, Mr. Alan Jones, I'm sorry, but yes, I refer to him by his government name. Deal with it.
Oh, that's what we need to call him from now on.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Let's just call him that from now on.
So the whole, like, I understand it's possible for an American company to buy a Japanese company. However, there's so many different hoops that you have to jump through. For example, foreign ownership is typically limited or highly regulated in sensitive sectors of telecommunications, broadcasting, agriculture, aviation, and nuclear power, stuff like that. I believe large-scale buyouts require filing under Japan's Foreign Exchange and Foreign Trade Act, which is pretty locked, stocked, and sealed tight. So something like that to happen, there's got to be so many hoops to jump through. Not to mention the hoop that TKO isn't even supposed to be buying wrestling companies for at least the first 5 years that they have been in existence. Yet somehow they were able to acquire AAA within that 5-year time period. Okay, whatever. Hey, I'm just sorry. The man has WWE brain. I've noticed this since he first got on BFG and telling the people that he was working with there, talking about WWE is the place that made him phenomenal. Bitch, what? We've been watching you since NWA Wildside. We've been watching you since Ring of Honor. We've been watching you since XPW. Or not XP, but the other one that Hulk Hogan tried to start, like World Extreme, or something like, I can't remember what it was.
American Wrestling or something like that.
Wild Style.
Yeah, but it was something that Hogan tried to start up, and he was a part of it and didn't rid of it. But when we noticed you in TNA, that's where you got the moniker of the phenomenal AJ Styles, not WWE. I am so sick and tired of wrestlers forgetting their past. Seth Rollins, we get it. He's a company man nowadays. But do not forget the days when you were Tyler Black in IWA Mid-South or Ring of Honor. Do not forget about the days, well, who else can I think of? Gunther right now. We get it. You are a company man for WWE right now. But don't you dare forget about them days when you were in Over the Top as Walter, or the days when you were in Rev Pro, or the days when you were in Pro Wrestling Guerrilla. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sorry, but I get so sick and tired of these guys who come into WWE and then all of a sudden their entire worldview of pro wrestling is changed to exactly fit that mold. It doesn't work for everybody. It does not work for everybody. You see that it's not working for another company who happens to be in this realm of the continent of North America. Same thing with one in the country above us in Canada with Maple Leaf Pro. So, as far as I'm concerned, this whole WWE brain, Mid-South just brought it up, brainwashed. I think y'all need to stop, release yourselves from this genjutsu because y'all sound ridiculous and sound like you should be wearing red hats.
Ooh. Okay.
I don't know how to top that, but AJ. Oh, no, sorry, Mr. Jones. First of all, I don't know what you're talking about. That Japanese wrestling need a revival for. I don't think you even watched the product. New Japan is doing perfectly fine. Noah is doing perfectly fine. Even All Japan is actually doing perfectly fine. So DDT, perfectly fine. So Japan don't need no revival. That's one. Two, for you to say that WWE need to go buy, as Vince out said, New Japan, whatever, be careful with that. Be careful with that line. You might get a knock on your door with some suit wearing fellas. Don't let's not do that. But I think what you need to do right now, as you are retired, is to look at the next generation. When I say look at the next generation, I'm talking about look at your son. Your son is a mirror image of you, and he only had 1 or 2 matches. So you should focus on your son. I know these fans ask you crazy questions, and you think you answer them to the best of your ability, but I don't think you think before you speak sometimes. I mean, honestly, I think you just go off emotion sometimes, and you just say whatever the first thing that comes to mind. You don't think. To say that, you wasn't thinking. I'm gonna put that as you wasn't thinking. You should know better than anybody. Just like Lightskin said, he was phenomenal before WWE. To the point, your first day, the people know who you was. So honestly, he was phenomenal in TNA. He was phenomenal in New Japan. 2-time IWGP champion. It's not a lot of guys that could be 2-time IWGP heavyweight champion. You're one of them. So for you to say that means you want someone to erase over 50 years of history to make it their own. Because honestly, if you look at AAA, yes, AAA is doing financial good business, but they're not the AAA I saw in the 90s. They're far from it. So I don't agree with what you're saying, and the fact that we got options now instead of monopoly of one company is best for business of the wrestling business right now. Why would we want to stop now? If someone lose their job, they got somewhere else to go to pay their bills. Why would we want to lose our job and don't have nothing to do? So that's not a good take for you, Alan. It's not. So.
You know, the sad thing about that is, I think if they had a do-over, you would probably say the same thing.
And that's what's sad about it.
Yep. Brainwashed. 100%. It burns me up. I love the guy. But now I respect him a whole lot less.
Same here. Speaking of brainwash, got something to show y'all. Give me 1 second. This is give me a second. Gotta find it. Okay. This is a clip from the cookouts.
I missed this.
Oh baby.
This was today. This was today, right?
No, this was this was
yesterday.
I think.
What's your name?
It doesn't matter what my name is.
Somebody's paying this.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Joe, what you were saying?
I was going to say, you telling me the bleach, hypothetically, is the only thing, you know, that John Moxley and them are doing, whatever. But you would sit and watch Danhausen go around collecting monies from people?
First of all,
Leo,
he gonna excuse this shit.
But he wasn't collecting monies.
No, Leo Rush is better than Danhausen.
Danhausen.
He
was working through an injury and wasn't
I ain't gonna cap. This nigga talking straight off the script we was talking about before. This is an advanced script for real.
He delusional, bro. And they delusional with him. Yeah. And now they're all selling merch, making money. And they're putting
but Maddie, what's your point? What's your point? How you know? How you know?
Is the people that go to AEW come to WWE and be big, but you keep regurgitating that whatever AEW did is what led them to be stars in WWE.
They can't be stars in WWE because WWE doesn't build fucking stars.
Over Femi?
Wow, WWE did that?
Javon Evans, Trick Williams?
Shawn Michaels did that, dumbass, not fucking Triple H.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels did that.
For NXT that was going on. You think anybody would fucking know them on the main roster?
Exactly. Like dude,
talking about, bro.
Like dude,
I've never got this disrespectful with somebody. This is insane.
It's very insane. It's very delusional too, bro.
So then, what stars has AEW built? Because the Bucks were already stars.
Oh my God!
Hot Legs already stars.
Hold on. Don't see Allen. Go on.
Darby Allin.
Y'all even gotta do this.
Already started before you got there.
This cookout's entertaining tonight.
Hold on, man.
I ain't gonna lie.
Man, I had to take a few shots for this cookout, bro.
You want to know some actual homegrown stars from AEW? I'll tell you something. How about we talk about MJF?
Tell them.
Let's talk about MJF. Let's talk about Darby Allin. How about we talk about... Oh my God,
Kevin Knight. I'll give you MJF.
Let's talk about Kevin Knight. Let's talk about Speedball. Let's talk about Tekla. Let's talk about Queen Amina.
Mike Bailey's a star?
Yes.
That is a star.
Yes, he is.
He is a star.
Mike Bailey's a star wrestler?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Come on,
yes.
The bar is low. Speedball Mike Bailey is a star?
I'm so glad you said it.
Come
on, man. Are they not stars?
Before Sami left.
You know what's funny? You know what's so funny? They've actually been able to make and develop fucking stars. You know what's funny?
They did.
We go on AEW and we can name a lot of these people because they're actual household names at this point.
This is
you
some
can't
legit
have the
shit,
stuff
y'all.
that WWE does.
Who's a household name?
How many people have we seen? How many people
Cody
we seen
Rhodes
from,
is a household
from
name.
other companies?
No,
how many people we seen from other
wrestler
companies
in
that
AEW is a
WWE's
household
had to
name.
use that to build them
Cody
up?
ain't shit.
Darby Allin will not be a star in WWE.
Right, Darby's doing amazing in AEW.
You know why he wouldn't be a star?
Can't have a bigger pun.
No.
Just
Let's
ask
talk about this,
Matthew
man.
about
The reason why he could not. Come on.
Come on.
Look here. Look at Rush Jeans.
The only person Speedball Mike Bailey's a star is crazy.
The only person who could go to WWE.
Kevin Knight. How many other
Kevin
people
Knight's
you
not a
want, man?
star.
Kevin Knight's not a star?
No, he's not.
He could be a star.
Yes,
He's not a star.
Yes, he is.
Athena.
Kevin Knight's a star right now?
No, wait. Time out. Ask him what is his definition of a star.
Wow.
Yeah, what is your definition?
What is star? You said Athena's not a star?
Maddie, you're very delusional.
You are disrespectful this evening. Oh.
He is right now giving your wife that good dick. Steve.
That is just a sample.
Oh yeah, oh baby, that's just
That was just a sample.
The rest is on TikTok, and if you guys want to follow us on TikTok, just go to H4L Wrestling Pod.
Oh,
I just wanted to tell. I wanted to share that with y'all. That was just the tip of the iceberg for me this past week. I literally encountered a couple of crazy takes. Now that one, that was from a former guest, or excuse me, a former co-host from the Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast. Followed them on social media. The segment was making stars, like how, you know, what's the formula that AEW and WWE do to create stars, right? He was he's a WWE tribalist. He doesn't say that. He said he watches everything. I don't believe him, because this man literally said in one breath that WrestleMania Night 2 was better than Forbidden Door this year.
He said WrestleMania. He said Night 2 was the best pay-per-view of this year.
Correct.
So
I just was.
Let me give y'all insight, okay, of Maddie.
Yeah, comment section. We need y'all insight on that
Maddie,
video. Yeah.
Maddie's a big fan of Cody and CM Punk. He gets very emotionally damaged if you say anything negative about those two. But at the same time, we had this discussion where God rest his soul, me and Dan had to look at him sideways. But we said that Hangman is over. This is right before, this is right on the road to getting the belt out the briefcase, where y'all got to see live at All In. And we said, yes, he is over. That's why he's the chosen one. He's blah, blah, blah. He's over. He said the same thing that video clip you saw of him, of y'all saying Mike Bailey is a star. That's the same reaction he gave to Hangman Page. And this is why I get with people. I gotta say, when you say something like that, that means one, you don't watch the product, because you can see once you hear that, dun, 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 you hear the crowd. Did you see him come out this past weekend on Collision? Yes, I know it was his hometown, but we haven't seen Hangman since the loss to MJF, and that was loud. This man is over. If you don't want to say over the worldwide wrestling fandom, he's definitely over in AEW. How about that? You want me to make it clear since he's definitely over in AEW. So I don't understand, like y'all, just like that situation. What makes a star? What is a star in wrestling? Because my thing is, if you come out and you get a reaction like a Darian, I saw Leo Rush that has doing his best work right now. I go WWE. It's like when you hear the little Roman Reigns thing, y'all get up and put your ones up. What is your definition of a star? Do he gotta be a star outside his company to be a star, or do he gotta be a star within his company?
I think we know the answer to that. Enforcer.
I mean, so you want to try to say something?
I will not allow someone to tell me that an AEW wrestler is not a star just because they work in AEW. If it just the mere fact that he knows who that wrestler is in AEW makes him a star. Now, I got a lot to say about this, but I'm not going to do it all right now. I will point out one thing that he said at the end. When he said Athena was not a star, undermines literally everything that he said before that, because she was in WWE before she was in AEW. So it's kind of the reason why I don't want to talk about this anymore, because when he got to that part, that just said everything that he said before that was BS. Because if you have to be... More people know who Athena is than know Javon Evans, which is a person that he brought up, right? More people know Athena because she was in WWE longer and has been a pro wrestler longer than Javon Evans and WWE. So that one statement that he made at the end undermines every single thing and proves that he is a WWE only fan, a WWE tribalist. I'll let you go ahead, light skin, because now I'm to the point now where I don't care about any of the stuff that I wanted to talk about.
So just to give you guys a little that I get, wrestling is subjective, but Cage Match offers wrestling fans an opportunity to vote on shows whether or not they actually enjoyed them or not. So Cage Match rates WrestleMania Night 2 a 6.79 out of 10. And also, just to clarify, WrestleMania Night 1 was 2.85. So, now that we got that out the way, Forbidden Door, which was, I believe it was on June 28th, Forbidden Door. That was rated a 9.33 out of 10. Again, I get it. Pro wrestling is subjective, but this is a database where pro wrestling fans come in and talk about their favorite shows, what they enjoyed, and actually get an opportunity to rate the show how they felt, how good it was. Sorry, but 9.33 is a lot bigger than 6.7 whatever. WrestleMania Night 2 was better than WrestleMania Night 1. I'll give them that. But the best show of this year, it doesn't even come close. When AEW, and I've said this consistently, AEW since Revolution 2025 has put on consistently great pay-per-views. They all haven't, I mean, some higher than others. I know a lot of people will say that Wrestle Dream last year wasn't as good, but to me, I enjoyed it. But since Revolution 2025, AEW has put on consistently great pay-per-views to the point where we're talking about how good they are and what matches we enjoyed. So, and the whole what makes a star, who is a star, again, you've got to jump out of this WWE brain that we've been talking about with Mr. Alan Jones. There are stars everywhere you go in every single company. Saya Kamitani, for example, is a star in Stardom. So to sit up here and say that there's only stars in the quote-unquote biggest company in the world, again, release yourself from this genjutsu. And just like I said earlier before we went on the air, I'm all for indulging yourself with the green stuff. But there isn't enough kush on the planet to make you say anything that ridiculous.
Kush.
Thank you so much, light skin.
Purple, right. Blueberry Yum Yum. Purple Haze.
Blueberry Yum Yum.
Green Max.
Wow work.
You cannot sell out a stadium nowhere on the planet if you don't have stars. You cannot sell out a bingo hall anywhere on the planet if you don't have stars. I don't care. There's levels to this. They may not have WWE only stars, but they got stars. God, it's burning. I hate stuff like that.
This
man.
Christmas came early for me with this. Yes.
Sure
yes,
did, because if you're a MAGA supporter, this is how you feel in real life. You get TKO by default.
This was a beautiful thing.
I wonder if he's a star.
You know what?
He saw stars.
He definitely seen stars. He got the sonories knocked out of his ass. As a matter of fact, where is some where is Ziggy? Where?
I wish we had the video.
Sonic rings for me. Get the Sonic rings for me. Yeah.
Oh yes, yes.
Definitely got knocked them out. Yeah. And the crazy thing is, everybody, is that before he started, he said, "Fuck Tony Khan." So God must have been watching, because then probably like maybe five seconds later, he's down on his ass. So Mr. Jack Hager or whatever, MAGA trooper or whatever, you should watch your mouth before you open it again and talking about a Negro that's not, you don't even work for anymore. So that's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, the Christmas did come early last night.
Maybe he needed his purple hat.
Not even that purple hat saved him from that.
Oh god!
You're all American.
My hat.
Like
my hat.
Like Chris said, I mean, you don't work for the company anymore. The best thing for you to do is to continue your life and keep doing what you're doing, making money. You were making money, but yet you had to come out and open your mouth, all because you got one solid good hit off of a slap. And I'm sorry, I hate this sport. I hate power slap. I really do.
Really?
Yes. I just like all of a sudden we're just turning everything into like some sort of like athletic competition.
That's like football, though. The only thing is you get slapped.
Football has a purpose.
And slapped on your keister has a purpose too.
Listen, they got a sport called pillow fight. You go enjoy that?
I love pillow fights. I myself with a pillow every night. Yeah.
As much as I love, intimacy and seeing women, I sometimes I get tired. Like, okay, good. Go have your pillow fight, but leave me out of it. I want to roll over and go to sleep. But getting back to Jack Swagger, okay? Listen, like Chris said, some divine intervention must have happened where you got the taste slapped out of your mouth so hard that you saw the Swagger Thorning Eagle.
The fact that this picture makes it even more funny because this handprint is, you can still see the man's handprint on his face.
Right, you can see that his mouth about to be swollen the next morning.
But after he was rolling around, his hand was throwing up gang signs.
Oh, you dumb. You dumb.
He got slapped into a whole different persona. He went from I love this red MAGA hat to insane.
You so stupid.
You got girls in like
Miss Sal, did you have anything, sir?
Couldn't have happened to a better person.
Thank you. All right, let's move on. All right, next one on the docket. Rhea Ripley's status in SummerSlam status is in jeopardy. I don't know if you guys care about that, but yeah, that's just part of the news this week. I guess
she'll be next to have a baby.
We'll say what?
She's gonna be next to be pregnant.
All I'm gonna say is that I understand that you want her to try and sell more tickets, but if she's actually really as hurt as people are claiming that she is, get the title off of her.
Take the title off.
Yes.
Take the title off of her and just do something like you had Io win the, Queen of the Ring, and all that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like this company just has nothing creative to offer anymore.
This is why I missed the one rule I wish they keep for all wrestling, not just one couple, all wrestling. You can't defend that belt in 30 days. You gotta give it up.
It apply, but just to some, not all. That's the thing. And Rhea Ripley,
I say 90 days.
90 days?
No,
Yeah,
90
'cause
days,
I don't need my champion defending their title to somebody who hasn't earned it. So I don't know. I don't know.
That's me halfway, 60.
I can roll with 60.
60.
Yeah.
No, for me, it got to be 30. If your ass is inactive, no, we need to pack you up. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm.
At least wrestle for 30 within 30 days.
I'll say 60. I'll say 60.
Maybe because it's Sunday and they want to be Christian-like, but nah, we ain't doing no fucking 60. Fuck that shit.
I just live by the notion of I don't have to see every wrestler on every show every week. So I definitely don't want you defending your title every time you pop up.
It's fine.
Fine. All right. The next one is Survivor Series. It's supposedly headed to Milwaukee. I don't give a shit. We're gonna move on.
You're not going.
Yeah.
You know how I feel about SummerSlam being here, don't you?
I don't give a shit. Not at all. And you're like an hour away from me, so by flight, and I don't care.
There were people who keep asking me like, "Hey, did you get your SummerSlam tickets?" I said, "Hell no. I'll go to the surrounding events. I know First Wrestling and GCW is supposed to have a joint show at First Avenue that weekend. I would rather go to that."
Ain't that Prince?
It just hit me. What happened to your dreads?
I took them out. I had twists and I took them out. I actually have an appointment Saturday to get them redone again. So,
no, you should just keep it like that. Just become a pineapple. Yep, just do that. Just the black kind. Yep.
I am not here to be SpongeBob's house to appease.
Okay. All right. So Baron Corbin came back to WWE. We also talked about this on the Cookout as well. I don't understand why this man decided to come back. But like what Light Skin said, or excuse me, like Mid-South said, I really believe that the human race is brainwashed, conditioned. There's really no reason why he came back. What to get 50% of what he was making before? I don't know. but
if that,
I don't know.
You ain't making the same money you were the last time you were there.
Nope. Well, let's not use this as distraction for what needs to be talked about. Trick Williams got a custom title and got fur on it. It looks like the women's United States title just with fur.
Wait, you talking about Trick Williams, right?
Yes, sir.
So I said this in our group chat. I understand wrestlers having custom titles for themselves. MJF has the Triple B, the big Burberry belt. That fits his character. That's fine. I got no problem with it. He's the only one who wears it. John Cena with the spin belt. He should have been the only one to wear that thing. Not, having it go from like wrestler to wrestler and then have it not fit their entire character or personality. Naomi had the neon, bomba clot reggaeton, Jamaican club belt with that glowed and all that. That fit her personality. Great. Whatever.
Oh,
there you go, everybody.
Oh,
this motherfucker right here. We need to stop with the whole pimp my title shit. Okay, the next thing you know, this thing's gonna have spinners and like 3 plasma flat screen TVs in it. No,
and it's gonna have some earrings on the side too. Yeah,
and whichever one you motherfuckers that buy this belt.
Oh my God, y'all gonna act like that you got wings. You're gonna be a crackhead that's going to wrestling shows and you talk about, hey, I got wings type of shit. You're gonna be coming up there dressing like pimps and shit because you fans are fucking stupid. So of course you're gonna have something that's gonna match your ugly title. It's a crackhead with wings. You might as well bring you some Red Bull too.
Wait, he said it's not available to November, so you expect Trick Williams to be champion to November?
Hey. So this is supposed to be sold on Black Friday, along with GTA 6 as well.
Fuck out of here.
This thing looks like the Statue of Liberty's leash.
Like the Statue of Liberty's underwear.
Let's move on. All right, the next one on the docket is Hangman Page. We just talked about that. So this is the updated card for Saturday Night Main Event in Madison Square Garden. I don't know if you guys want to entertain this. If not, we can talk about this on the cookout. That's fine. But I'm leaving that up to y'all. Do y'all want to talk about this?
The only thing I see on this is the way you put Sami Zayn in the match for something.
At 50%, right?
Yeah. It's the only way. It's the only way. Gunther's going to face Nick Aldis.
Yeah, let's move on. So to kind of sum up Sami's role in WWE, they say that he's highly respected, by the WWE higher ups. However, they do not see him as a true main event draw. A new report from the Wrestling Observer reveals that while the company executives think that they think highly, incredibly about Sami Zayn as a person and a performer, that's bullshit. Whatever. I don't even want to read this anymore because number one, I think what they're doing is that they're throwing smoke up our asses and just literally just saying that no, we don't want you as champion. We're going to downgrade you to 50% because that's exactly what that's exactly what we think about you. Plain simple. We don't need all that other extra shit about Sami because you took the belt off of him, then followed up by, hey, we're gonna cut you by 50% of your salary, and nah, we're not entertaining that shit. You guys have any comments about this?
Nope.
Nope. Okay.
I mean, we've talked about it before. You know, like they only did it for the moment. They did it for the fact to get people talking. That's exactly what this company does. They don't do it for storytelling. They do it to get people talking. So the whole storytelling thing, that's nothing but window dressing. You know, this company does everything for the moment.
Okay. Cool. The next item is so Royce Keys and Jacob Fatu in their friendship on SmackDown, quote unquote. So from what I heard, I think Eric said this in the comment section. Shout out to the the Knights Wrestling Podcast. They said that Royce Keys cut probably one of the best promos of his life on SmackDown. I don't know this because, like I said, I don't watch the product. But Royce Keys also stated, too, that this is the best WWE run. This over exceeded his expectations by sitting and catering. So his expectations is very low, just like his career. And, yeah, that's about it. I don't have any other comments. Do you guys have any comments?
Oh, their friendship ended. Oh.
And all the Cali boys. Okay. Since y'all don't...
I don't know how his run could even be called a run. I said this on the cookout. His run has been nothing more than an over-exaggerated power walk.
You saying no Keys doesn't have it. I mean...
Like, I'm sorry, but we've only seen backstage made your debut. Like,
oh, shit.
Like having maybe one match here and another match there, you've been sitting in catering. So as far as I'm concerned, and not only that, I believe Chris, you brought up in the cookout, he wants to be a producer.
Yes, sir. He said that last year.
How you gonna produce stuff if you haven't really known the WWE style that long and haven't been on TV that long? I mean, I know
that's
you
exactly
have
my point.
History, but WWE has a whole entire system.
Yes, sir. Yeah, and this is the reason why I said that he should have went to NXT. Him and Jay Cargill need to learn the WWE system. So that's the only way that they're going to improve their craft. If they learn the system and then go from there. But for some reason, they thought by jumping ahead of the line that it was going to get them further in life. And as you can see, Keys is like nothing more than a punching bag online. And then Jay Cargill, I mean, she got better, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they should have went to NXT. But I digress. I'm gonna move on. The next item on the docket is Nick Aldis. Do you think he's gonna actually come out of retirement, y'all?
He's not retired. They just don't want to.
He ain't wrestling, so shit. But
I think this is it. This is gonna be it. Since you got a character that's already think he's the career killer. You know, his one match. And listen, Nick, if you gonna do it, go out with a bang, man. But this is your one and only match. At least you're getting something that Alan Pierce didn't get.
Oh, what's wrong with him? He got a broken back or something?
I don't know what's with Alan Pierce, but there's nothing wrong with Nick Aldis. So let's see what he got. In fact, this is the thing about wrestling like this. If you do a good job, especially to WWE, Ziggy, especially if you did WWE,
Ziggy here.
Look at the comments.
Man, fuck him. He's not even up here. Like the fuck. The fuck? He in that fucking conversation. He should be up here. I'm up here doing his job and my job. The fuck? Like,
I tried.
Did your beer get? Oh shit! Thanks, Ziggy. The fuck? You didn't have to do that, man. But shout out to Ziggy.
All that.
And
all that.
I haven't talked to my nigga in a while.
What percentage do I get of that?
Huh?
Nothing. Ignore me.
Anyway, shout out to Ziggy, yo. Man,
Trolls,
hopefully he'll be
trolls being trolls be trolling.
Chris, are you speaking? I can barely hear you.
You hear me?
Yeah, now. There you go.
Okay. All right, my bad.
Had to spank your mic.
Oh God. God. Hey, one more time because I'm sexually aroused by him saying that. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, let's move on to the next topic. So apparently, the higher ups, it just seems like this is deja vu again, right? So we had the same issue with WrestleMania, and it seems like we're having this issue with SummerSlam. So apparently there's concerning issues or concerning things that's going on with the SummerSlam tickets. They're not moving as fast as they thought it was going to be. Even with some of the compelling matches that they have at SummerSlam, and it's in 3 weeks. So that is very troubling. I don't want to make comparisons, but it looks like All In is fast paced to 80,000. I think they're supposed to be selling like 80,000 tickets. So right now they're on fast pace today, and I think they got like 5 weeks. So it's 5 weeks away, I believe. 49 days until All In. So, fellas, in comment section, what do you guys think? Like, what do you think could be the problem to why they're unable to sell tickets? Is it because of the climate? Because it's really hot as fuck in Minnesota, so that's not the climate. So, what do you guys think?
Are y'all going to use CM Punk like y'all did WrestleMania? So he on the mic and say, turn those prices down like he did the last time, because he's our champion now. He's our company champion. So y'all going to use that again?
Now, let me ask you this, Enforcer. I don't know if you guys know, or comment section, please let me know if I'm wrong or not. Apparently, there were some fans, 2,000 fans, that decided to refund their tickets. I think the minute CM Punk became WWE champion. Is that correct?
I didn't hear nothing about that.
I didn't hear that, but I'm definitely curious to go search through social media and find out.
Right. I didn't hear that, but
yeah, I'm just asking questions because, like I said, I ain't gonna say like I knew or this is a fact. I mean, we were talking about this on Cookout earlier, and I don't know if that's actually true or not. So, yeah, legend, man. Yeah, bro. Like, we're almost at 1K likes. So, hopefully we can get it done either tonight or sometime this week. So, yeah. Thanks, man. I appreciate you.
I just, those prices, it's always going to be too high, especially when you're doing 2 nights at a stadium. It's going to be too high.
Yeah, like the rent. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Like the rent,
so,
like gas, like food.
That's too much. Exactly. What you say, Luskin? Go ahead, bro.
Let me go ahead and weigh on this scene since it's happening in my hometown.
Man, nobody don't give a fuck about Minnesota. Go ahead, bro.
Believe me, I know nobody gives a fuck about that.
All right.
But here was the biggest complaint. When they made this announcement that, because if you remember, Minnesota was supposed to get WrestleMania the first year they went to Vegas. And remember, they postponed it, and they said, hey, Mania's going to Vegas, after so many people were saying that it was rumored to be in Minnesota in 2025. The biggest complaint I remember hearing was, oh, the weather is cold.
Exactly.
Motherfucker, you have not been here in April, all right? Like, yes, the snow is starting to melt, but you guys do Mania in the middle of April now. I shouldn't have to hear about cold.
That's a good point.
2, you are now bringing SummerSlam here, where you know the weather is warm, but again, all of these surrounding lakes in this state make everything muggy and completely unbearable to the point where you realize that you have sweat in places that you didn't think you had places. The mosquitoes are out. You getting ate up. All right. you brought SummerSlam to a state that gets hot and humid. And we just had, we honestly just had a heat index this weekend and one 2 weekends ago, to the point where they said
and another one this week.
Yeah, and stay inside, stay hydrated, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, again, I don't understand what WWE's planning regimen is, but it was poor planning on them nonetheless. Now, getting back to these tickets, they have distributed to wrestling tickets 22,069 seats.
Yo, your mic.
Ladies and gentlemen, huh?
Your mic
Fade out a little bit.
So, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. According to WrestleTix, they have sold 22,069 tickets.
Mm-hmm.
That stadium seats up to 72,000 people. So, again, you want to hold these big events in these large stadiums, and you fill up a fraction of that. You have to do something about these ticket prices if you want. Pro wrestling has always been advertised to fans or for families because they want to bring their kids to go see these shows. But now you've made it so difficult where families can't even come and enjoy something that they want to see. So as far as I'm concerned, you guys dug yourself in this hole. Now you got to get yourselves out.
Good point.
The stadium roof is not open. It is a closed stadium. Minnesota, it's cold in the wintertime. NFL football seasons last from September to January and February. When the Super Bowl was here, we were in a closed stadium. The roof does not retract or anything like that. The only thing you pretty much get is glass, and when the sun shines up into it, it gives, the stadium a nice little look to it, but at the end of the day, it's closed. The side panels do open up, but again, they only do that for hot days. Or warm days, I should say, not hot days.
Okay, cool. Anybody else? Before we go to the main event, maybe we should be wrapping up in about 10 to 15 minutes.
Nope.
No? Okay. All right. So the main topic this week, I don't have a major topic, but and we'll talk about the rest on the cookout. Give me a second. Let me just go down here. Sec. So people can still see us. Okay. So this is the topic this week, y'all. Shout out to Kenny Omega and to bitch ass Punk.
It's all your fault, Phil.
Sorry. Oh, man. Yeah, sorry. I just couldn't resist. So for the very first time in 1 week, there was 2 new world champions on 2 different brands. Is this a coincidence? I don't know. But a lot of people think that, and this was today, this one cat said that he's tired of Tony Khan being a fan, and he said the only reason why Kenny Omega became world champion is because he's a fan. If the stupid ass motherfucker actually seen the storyline, they've been building this shit for almost a year, right? So we kind of figure where the direction of All In was going to go, the main event, because we've been talking about this. It was going to be Kenny Omega as the champion and Will Ospreay. But what people need to understand is there is a lot that is going on in this storyline, a lot of entanglements, a lot of webs. There's a lot that's going on. The Death Riders, we don't know what their angle in this, and Will Ospreay, Kenny Omega, like I said, he's fulfilling his destiny. This is probably going to be his last year as a wrestler. There's a lot of shit that is going into All In, and we got another pay-per-view before All In. But I'm happy. Either way, I'm happy because Kenny Omega went through a lot of shit, to get to this point. So I'm here for it. CM Punk, on the other hand, CM Punk literally came. This was literally out of nowhere. This was not planned. This man lost his title at WrestleMania against Roman Reigns. He got pissed off, allegedly, I guess. Three months later, he comes back to Chicago. They eliminate Cody Rhodes, and then he finds out that his mystery partner is going to be CM Punk. And then CM Punk beat him on his first night back in Chicago, and he becomes the WWE champion. And everybody's right with this shit. When I tell you that, I've never seen so many feel good moments in 2 weeks span, right? We had Sami Zayn going around wherever he stays in, dating a title, going to lunch, going to brunch, going to the bathroom, scratching his balls with his title. Like he never had a woman in his life, had like a strap. I mean, listen, shit was weird. It's just disgusting. Okay. But they didn't allow him to go to WrestleMania. Not WrestleMania, but they didn't allow him to go to SummerSlam. At least have the dignity to do that. But because Cody Rhodes is not doing his job full-time or part-time, they decide to give it to CM Punk. Is this the right move? I don't know. Maybe it is. I mean, I don't know. But since Cody has been WWE champion, the product has been stale as fuck. But then you want to put it on somebody that's damn near 50. Is that the right move? Don't know. They don't really create stars like that, so it is what it is. That's all I have to say. I just, yeah, I'm done. I'll let my plane.
I mean, so last episode, go back and look at it. I think Lightskin said it. I think I said it. I think everybody said it. There's going to be a lose-lose situation with that title match for Sami Zayn and Cody. So you just added another L situation when you added CM Punk. Because wrestling fans just can't make them happy. So WWE fans can't make them happy. Because if Cody would have won, y'all been crashing out, bitching, complaining, oh, same old, he's freaking Cody Cena and all that stuff.
Chris, we're going to answer that question in 1 minute. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. If Sammy would have found a way to leave Monday Night Raw as champion, y'all been calling him, Sammy, Mahal or Sammy JBL, and like, what the hell, how did he survive with this title run? Well, whatever. But now you add another one with CM Punk. So there's been a lot of people trying to dissect this situation with CM Punk. I'm going to talk about the CM Punk one first. CM Punk, they wanted CM Punk on SmackDown anyway because they were supposed to do a story for him and Cody at Mania, if I'm not mistaken. But things to ride now on SummerSlam. Cody, the way he just did this is why I say I think it's going to be a triple threat match. Because Cody didn't get his rematch, and now Sammy's got to get a rematch. Some way, somehow, they're going to make this triple threat match. I don't know. As for the match itself, I actually like the match itself. If I'm going to just talk about wrestling, I like the match. The results is going to happen. Either way, y'all's going to be mad about it. Not y'all, but you know who I'm talking to. You'll be mad about it and make clickbait and get views, all that stuff. So it is what it is. CM Punk gets the WWE champion. He did a little kiss thing like he did when he went Money in the Bank a couple of years ago. All that stuff. It is what it is. Now he's on SmackDown. Hopefully, it'll be entertaining. I didn't watch it last Friday. Whatever. From CM Punk to Kenny Omega. The only reason this match happened is because MJF was hurt. This is supposed to be redemption. That's the whole purpose of the name of the pay-per-view. Redemption. It's supposed to be redemption. But shit happens. Now, if it comes to wrestling, great match. When it comes to this wrestling from both these angles, both matches was good. Kenny Omega, MJF, again, if you don't know or you don't like this man, you cannot come out and say that MJF is not one of the best wrestlers you haven't seen this year.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot say that. He is. Kenny Omega could make a broom look good. That's why he's the cleaner. You know,
yeah, the blow up doll that he was actually wrestling against and just
once upon a time ago, and that was a good match. but
you really think that blow up doll was a? Never mind.
Yeah, him and Cody. Never mind. Listen.
Okay, all right.
Focus. Let's stay focused. Stay focused. Kenny Omega winning this match. At the end of the day, the match was already set. Him and Will Ospreay at All In. You know, you know that match is gonna be a banger. If you watch any of their past two matches, it's gonna be a banger. I don't know about the CM Punk Cody match. That's why I think they're gonna add Sami to it. Because as we just talked about ticket sales, they got good matches, but they're not helping tickets prices. Tickets go up. You know. I just at the same time. So we just like you just said with this situation. I'm dragging, so I'm gonna try to finish up real quick. The two title changes ending on the same week, I have not seen in a long time. And I'm trying to think when the last time I seen it. It had to be all the way in the Monday Night Wars. I don't remember the last time I seen two different companies had title changes and their days apart.
I don't think that ever happened, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to think. I don't remember.
The last time it happened, it was a taped Raw when Mankind won the WWF. And later on in the evening, it was the finger poke of doom on Nitro.
Are we really going to count that shit? I mean, seriously?
It was a title.
Don't look at me like that.
It was two different title changes, and even though one was incredibly nonsensical as the other, one at least made sense. And we find ourselves right back here in this exact same situation where we are arguing which one makes sense and which one didn't. Now, my main argument has always been, what did CM Punk do to even earn a title match? CM Punk's last match was back at WrestleMania on April 19th. And then on July 6th, he wrestles a match for the title. Mm-hmm. So here you have Kenny Omega, who just won his champion. Before that, he wrestled Zack Sabre Jr. That was on Forbidden Door, June 28th. Before that, June 17th, he wrestled Tony Nese. Before that, he wrestled Bad Dude Tito. That was June 11th. Then he was a part of Stadium Stampede on May 24th. He has been consistently wrestling and appearing on shows. And matter of fact, he was on a winning streak because the match prior to that, he had lost to MJF at Dynasty. So he has had to build himself up and wrestle matches. And I'm sorry for those of you that think that Zack Sabre Jr. is not a credible opponent. Last time I checked, a former world champion is a credible opponent.
Two times.
So that right there, what you just stated, Light Skin, goes with the point that I've been making, that one could assume that the only reason why CM Punk won that title was because they knew that Kenny Omega was about to win the title. Because what you just stated makes no sense. And I don't know what storylines are going on, so I don't even know if he's involved in a story with Sami Zayn. But if he literally just came back and won a title, that means they shotgunned him right into the picture because they knew something else was happening on another show. One could assume.
Yeah.
So basically, what you're saying, I just want to make sure I got this clear. They did this because of the AEW effect.
I'm saying that one could deduce, especially with a lot of people saying, there's a lot of people online saying that AEW may allow Kenny to win because CM Punk won. But one could deduce, because Kenny Omega has been involved in a storyline with Will Ospreay since February, and there was plans of him winning the title eventually, and wrestling Will Ospreay. You know, that time when they were sitting in the back on the trainer's table back in February, that some people, I don't know why they seem to forget that. And they started talking about when Ospreay was talking to Kenny about how it used to be and things like that. You know, that storyline started way back then. And we were all saying that Kenny Omega was gonna win the title leading into that Dynamite. We were immediately saying it, and then all of a sudden, Punk comes back and wins the WWE. Which title did he win? The main title or the secondary title?
That one.
Okay, he comes back and wins the secondary title, and then Kenny Omega goes ahead and win the Dynamite title or the title on Dynamite like he was gonna do anyway.
I mean, like you said, you could deduce that. I don't think that's what it was. Like I said, with people, everybody's an investigator now. Everybody want to put it in evidence in the trial and Exhibit A and Exhibit B. Like I don't know. Like everything did not go according to plan for both of these damn companies. Both of them. The plan was supposed to be fucking Kenny Omega supposed to go against MJF at the pay-per-view. The plan of Cody being champion again against Punk to defend the title. Because remember, if you remember the night after WrestleMania, he said you never know. I'm just going by what I saw online. Everybody do it. Exhibit A. Remember when Punk was in front of Cody and said, "You never know when a championship will fall down," and all this stuff. And Cody said, "Just say when." And they replayed it this week. I saw the clip of that when Cody said, "Remember when I was last time?"
Aubrey, how you doing, man?
And Punk said, "Just when." You know, it's just everything's not going to plan, so everybody moving quickly. Okay. Again, was it the right move for Punk to win, to beat Sami on his 9th day? Well, the company did not believe you for the first place. So,
was it the right move for Kenny to win?
I think that one. I know you totally honest.
That one is questionable.
No, I'm gonna say yes. Because
I'm gonna say questionable because, like I said, both of them is intertwined with MJF. That's the one thing I love about AEW. Their storylines intertwine with each other into one, right? So if I was getting a triple threat, I wouldn't mind. If I was getting Kenny versus Will Ospreay, I wouldn't mind. Either way, I'm entertained. The only problem is that we don't know what is going on with MJF. We don't know if he's injured. We don't know if he's playing something else. Don't know.
I mean,
that's
the only thing. That's the only thing a lot of people could deduce of why they did this so quickly. That's the only thing people like. Honestly,
yeah, we don't. I'm with y'all. We don't know. This could have been the story from the get-go, and there's just something else that's going to happen with MJF, like potentially Swerve, which is what I'm hoping. But we don't know because the story hasn't folded all the way out yet. We haven't even gotten to Redemption yet, which is the pay-per-view for All In. So I always say that I'm patient. I'm willing to wait it out. I the Kenny Omega title win still makes sense because of the story. It's not like there wasn't a story and they just shotgun him, to the title like what happened on the other show apparently. So we'll see. We'll see how much sense it makes when we find out if MJF is hurt or if he's involved in something else or potentially in this.
What you just brought up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What you just brought up, having patience, because that's what this whole thing between Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay has done. Because technically, this storyline has been generating since 2023 back at Wrestle Kingdom in the Tokyo Dome. Wrestle Kingdom 17, Kenny beat Will for the IWGP US title. Fast forward to June of later that year, Will Ospreay defeated Kenny Omega to win back the IWGP US title. Technically, this match should have already happened, the rubber match. But Kenny got hurt, Will then got hurt, so it had to be pushed back. The patience it has taken to finally let this story actually have some ground where it can actually marinate. That is what we are talking about here. So, does it make sense for Kenny to win the title? I believe so. It does. Now, like what we've been saying, is MJF really hurt? Because the rumor has been that MJF's knee is hurt very bad and to a point where he needs surgery. So, again, we don't know how bad he's hurt, but at the end of the day, whether it's MJF versus Will Ospreay, whether it's Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, I'm loving every minute of this because it's keeping me intrigued with what is going on and what's being presented on television.
There's more layers to this story if you watch Collision.
Yeah, and also let's remember, they made it a point to wrap MJF's knee before that title match. So when he was out there wrestling Kenny Omega, they told the story that there's something wrong with his knee on purpose. That's why it was wrapped up.
They've been telling that story for the whole good 2-3 weeks because he had his leg wrapped up for that cage. He had his leg wrapped up for against Briscoe. But when I say this, the other layers, again, Moxley this past episode of Collision, he brought up Kenny Omega. He was broke ass Kenny Omega. I got to keep an eye on that because the same spot you talked about with Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay sitting on the training table, also Moxley walked in on them. And he's been walking in on them every time they talk. Moxley always find a way to show his face in that situation. Let's not forget another story that's happening in New Japan because Kyle Newman's Twitter fingers is going crazy talking about Will Ospreay again. Will Ospreay not focused on the goal in hand to get that AEW title in his home country. So everything is in layers with this match. On the other end, again, they got to do something now because you put yourself in a situation where, okay, you just pretty much transitioned the title from Cody to Sami to CM Punk. And you think that's going to be the ticket, but now you kind of put yourself in the clusterfuck because what's next for Sami? What's next for Cody? Well, Cody already said, I said win. But now you're about to put Sami in this match. You're about to put Sami in this match. There's no doubt about that. So if we're talking about one coming from the other, one is giving us layers and layers and layers in story. The other one is trying to put together something to make a story. It's that the one company is Legos, the other one is a freaking onion. It's that simple. Like that's all I can say about it. But congratulations to both of y'all. Congratulations to both of y'all, though.
I just want to say this to Jamarcus, even though this was for Enforcer. You said that WWE is not sweating Kenny Omega.
Oh boy.
They might not be sweating Kenny Omega, but they're definitely sweating AEW because if they wasn't sweating AEW, then they wouldn't have two shows against All In. Brother, I really need you to keep it real. I need you to stop with like the concussion syndrome shit and acting like you don't know what the fuck is going on. Come on now. You need to do better than that. That's all I'm gonna say. With that being said, is there anything else that y'all want to bring up?
Nope.
Okay. All right, y'all. That concludes our show tonight. Remember, everybody, follow us on all social media platforms, including here on YouTube, Facebook, wherever you guys are joining us. We are very close to our goal. Once that goal has been completed, I will announce it on our social media platforms, and that's whatever week we will have. We'll set a date. I think that's what we're gonna do because, like I said, we could break 1,000 K at any time. So I will break. I'll let you guys know when we're gonna have the giveaway show, and then I'll talk to Ziggy about everything else. But yeah, that concludes our show. We will be having a cookout sometime in the morning tomorrow. I don't know when because I have some stuff I have to do in the morning for my job. But let's go around for final thoughts. And, give me a second. Let's just do this. Where is my arrow? All right. Who would like to go first?
I'm on screen.
Go.
Mercedes the GOAT.
Oh, you?
Go for it. Go for it, Mid-South.
Pick your head up. Pick your head up. Let's go.
Mercedes the GOAT Ultimo Money. Now, Willow Nightingale. I liked her promo. I think Willow is definitely going to win this title at Redemption. I'm not saying how she's going to beat Tekla, but I think she's going to beat Tekla at Redemption for the AEW Women's World Title. I think that's going to the match that happened this past December, and that's Willow Nightingale versus Mercedes the GOAT Ultimo Money. And a lot of people assume Mercedes the GOAT Ultimo Money title at All In this year. I would love to see it happen, but I think it's probably meant for Willow to win this title. I think that has always been the plans. Unfortunately, due to injury, they had to stick Mercedes in that tournament, which I really don't believe the original plan was Mercedes versus Willow, but it definitely looks like that's about to happen. And if that does happen, if it does turn out to be Willow versus Mercedes to go Ultimo Money, then I think Willow should probably win the title if that was the original plan in the first place. Regardless, the crowd is it doesn't matter which one of them win the match. That London crowd is going to get up, especially if it's a great match. It's going to get up and cheer their butts off. You can guarantee that, and that's all I got to say.
Okay. Thank you, yourself. Go ahead, let's scan.
To expand on what Mid-South is saying, I do believe that Willow will beat Tekla. But here's the thing. I know we said earlier that the match at Redemption, or at least the main event, was supposed to be Kenny Omega versus MJF. If you are going to stick with the plan of Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega, then at Redemption, let Kenny do something else and have him be the co-main event. The main event, I believe, should be Willow Nightingale versus Tekla, and that should close out the show. So I know a lot of people have been saying, well, when are the win? Listen, I've stated that AEW's women's division has been growing in popularity and in intrigue. So let's let these women main event. And who better to do it than Tekla, who has been on the rise and has been garnering a lot of attention, and Willow Nightingale, who gave a fire promo on Collision. And then to end it, I will say this. Pro wrestling is better when we have pro wrestling choices, not pro wrestling obedience.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go to Enforcer. Go ahead.
So the count right now is 977. So we are getting closer. Hopefully we get this done this week. And I'm actually going to say I'm speaking for everybody. Thank everybody for subscribing on YouTube. Helping us get these numbers up. It's an important date coming up. I need everybody to remember this date. July 24th, 2026. That number means there's a lot of free agents that's going to be ready to hop aboard of one of these promotions. Keep your eye open, keep your social media open. We're about to find out who's who and what's what. Probably a New Day, probably a Y6 member, probably a female Joshi. You never know. They're all available July 24th. And we already got a pay-per-view July 26th. You might want to watch Redemption. Might be a good show. Might be a good show for someone to get a job. No. But, I don't know. But either way, like what you like, as always. Be proud of what you like. Don't let nobody tear you down because they don't like what you like. I always say this shit. I'm sick of saying it, so this will be the last time I say it. because again, wrestling is for everybody. As my brother Lightskin said, it's not a democracy. It's not no everybody gotta like this company because I like it. None of that. You got a wrestling ring, 4 sides or 6, depending on who's the company. You got 2 people in there entertaining and putting their bodies on line for your entertainment. Enjoy it, please. Enjoy it. Other than that, hashtag Coach for Life has got a goal. Help us make that goal, and we're gonna celebrate together. I'm done. Peace.
All right. So everybody, once again, on behalf of the podcast, I appreciate what y'all been doing in the cookout. The cookout has been on fire. We have brought in new blood. It's been exciting over the last couple of weeks. I'm excited as a whole, like, you know what I'm saying, like getting to 1,000 subscribers is not an easy task. But this has definitely been a group effort, and I appreciate each and every one of y'all. The only thing I'm going to say is this. I literally told you guys, I don't give a fuck like how many videos come my way. If you say some stupid shit, I am coming after you, and I'm going to be merciless. I don't care. You seen what the fuck. If you are following me, if you are following us on TikTok, I literally had a victim today, and they became a statistic. So if you want to try me, and if you want to send me another video, and if you want another statistic, you want to see another dead body, bring me another video of another dumb motherfucker that decide to say some stupid shit online. Because personally, I get a rise out of this. It's sexually arousing me to literally come after an individual, come after a podcast that literally that basically wants to get some clicks and baits and shit. And that's cool, because I will take that bait, and I promise you, they are going to be the laughing stock of social media. I promise you. I try to avoid all of this. Why I sound like Batman Forever in 1989. I try to avoid all of this, but I simply can't. And this is the reason why. You might say that I'm diabolical, but I don't give a fuck no more. I just don't care. I'm not like the other baby faces on here. I'm a heel. This is a heel show. I don't got time to be a good guy or a bad guy. I know I'm a fucking bad guy, and I'm good at my job. I'm trying to get y'all to understand this. So if you want to send me another dumb motherfucker or a stupid bitch, excuse me for saying that, Mid-South, for calling the girl out there, but if you're gonna sit up here and say the only reason why I don't like AEW, I don't like watching AEW is because of the camera angles, I'm going to split your fucking wig, and that's it.
The views and opinions of the host are not necessarily.
So, with that being said, everybody, I am Chris from Hashtag Heels for Life. The host with the mostest has arrived and about to leave. And then that is Mr. Enforcer. That's Light Skin. And that's Mr. Mesa. We'll see you guys next week. Y'all have a wonderful night. And hopefully we'll see you guys on the cookout. If not, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Peace, bye, and love, and whatever. Thank you.
Agrees.
Was that nice? Was that nice? But it doesn't give a fuck.
Heels for life on the track. You know what it is. Heels for life. Turn it up. Let it bang. Heels for life on the track. You know what it is. Heels for life. Woo. Turn it up. Let it bang. Heels for life on the track. You know what it is. From the mid-south all the way worldwide, we the force of the heat where the bad guys start. Being forced in the cut, keep the story in line. DJ T.O. make it jump when he gut, that's fine. Wild card talk slick, gotta take some 10 like skin gate and bring the chaos in. And get hit wreck good, then the roof catch flames. To another hit I drop, you remember the name. Heels for life, we don't play nice. Every hot take feel cold as ice. From the blood to the mic, we define it. Hype, turn it up, hit subscribe, it's feels for life.